I'm Larissa from Dallas, Texas, and I am a professional baker.
I'm Terry from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I am a professional baker.
I'm Anna from Eastchester, New York, and I am a professional baker.
I'm Troy from Sanford, North Carolina, and I am a professional baker.
Hang on, the fun is about to begin.
4 bakers are here to do battle.
Golden brown delicious.
2 are amazing amateurs.
Do I look like I need help?
Have you got an Egypt bake oven down there? And 2 are professionals.
Lovely.
Out of this world.
But only they know their true identities. Their mission?
Just winning a bunch of money.
Outbake the competition. If a professional baker wins, they take home $10,000.
That sounds fancy.
But if an amateur is able to fake out the judges
I didn't want to stop eating it.
You're a baker.
and take down the pros, they walk away with 15 grand.
Wow.
Bada bing, bada boom. Are you a baker or a faker?
I
Am.
A.
Yes! Get out of here! I don't believe it. How we doing?
Pretty good.
great.
We're hiding your identities from the judges so they are completely unbiased. But in this competition, the best baking wins!
All right.
There are 2 rounds of competition here. In round 1, you will be baking lemon bars.
Yay.
Do we like that?
Oh, yeah. Any amateur can make a lemon bar. I mean, it's lemon curd and a cookie.
No problemo, easy peasy, but it takes a real pro to make delicious lemon bars using coffee.
Okay.
Aha! Who doesn't love coffee? We got coffee beans, espresso powder, coffee syrup, coffee ice cream, and for those of you with a sweet tooth, coffee candy.
Okay. I think the challenging part about working with coffee and a dessert is balance, because the coffee can overtake the whole dessert, and then you just have a bitter mess on your hands.
The person who makes the worst lemon bars is going home. 45 on the clock. You ready?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Get baking. Judges, how are we gonna be able to tell who's the bakers and the fakers with lemon bars and coffee?
I mean, those are 2 super aggressive flavors. That's like putting you and me in one baked good.
Ah, I know.
The baker is going to think outside of the bar, do some kind of recreation or play on a lemon square.
Or raise the bar.
I would mash up the candy
Okay.
and then just have a very fine dusting of candy. All right, big boy, what would you do?
I'm avoiding the coffee candies. I mean, they taste like someone with coffee breath, all right? I'm going with the espresso powder because it doesn't add any extra moisture.
However, if it doesn't disintegrate, you're going to get clumps. And I think the faker would take the easy way out and just put the espresso powder in a crust. Let's see what happens.
And that's good enough. Beautiful. I would describe myself as a compulsive cook. And here we go. My baking style is rustic pastries with a twist. So creating something familiar, but also that showpiece that people remember. Today I am making an espresso lemon tart and a torched meringue. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I love coffee in stuff. So I'm gonna put my espresso powder in my lemon bar crust to slightly flavor that and give it a little bit of a depth.
How we doing?
I am doing absolutely fantastic.
What do you got cooking for me?
A lemon bar with espresso powder. For the crust, I'm using the syrup to flavor my meringues.
Okay.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's friggin' gorgeous.
You seem like the life of the party.
When I'm cooking, I'm the life of the party. If I'm not cooking, no one wants me. If I win the competition, I would throw the biggest honkin' party you have ever seen.
Terry is a madman. He has a bajillion ingredients. He has super creamy lemon filling. He's making espresso powder dough.
Oh, God, that feels nice.
But here's the thing. Terry's not par baking his crust before he adds the lemon mixture. That is a faker move. You want to pre-cook that crust, get it nice and crispy. That's the way a baker would do it.
Yeah, he's the guy that wants to impress his friends at a dinner party.
I disagree. I think what shows me that he's a chef, he's balancing the bitterness of the espresso with the sweetness of the coffee syrup. He's just totally at ease with himself. He's done this a million times.
Let's get that to cook if we can.
When I'm in the kitchen, I'm very focused, happy. I always try to incorporate my Italian background into my baked goods. Anyone who's Italian knows espresso comes with a slice of lemon peel. It's a common Italian flavor combination. So I am making lemon espresso shortbread stacks. The way that I'm gonna make my lemon bar is I'm making a mascarpone cream filling. Mascarpone cheese is an Italian savory cheese, but I'm gonna add the instant espresso powder to make it kind of like tiramisu, which is a very Italian dessert.
How we doing?
We're doing good. Tiramisu is part of my inspiration.
Is it your Italian?
Oh yeah, I'm Italian.
Hey!
Hey!
Forget about it.
Now I need to make my shortbread. I start beating my butter with the sugar and the vanilla, and then in a separate bowl, I mix together the flour and the salt. I then slowly add that to the butter mixture, and I have my dough. I got flour everywhere, but it's okay. Baking's messy. And I want to make perfect rectangles in order to stack them properly.
Anna is handling that dough way too much. That's just going to make it tough and dense. I think she's a faker.
She is rolling it paper thin so it bakes quickly and it will be nice and crispy when it comes out. She's a baker.
If I were to win, I would want to take my family on a big trip to Italy and visit our family there. We didn't grow up going on extravagant vacations, so this would be the perfect opportunity.
Let's see here. I take cooking very seriously. I do have Southern roots. My style of cooking is down-home, Southern-style cuisine. I'm making an espresso lemon bar with a caramel coffee drizzle. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix flour, some sugar, butter, a little bit of vanilla, and some espresso powder in for the crust. Gorgeous. I've got this. I put it in the oven and let the top of it get golden brown. Oh, yeah.
Aha! Troy is going to pre-cook that crust so it gets nice and brown and crispy. That's a baker move.
Now that I got my crust in the oven, I gotta focus on making my lemon curd.
However, he might be a faker. He's going to town on those lemons with the box grater. That's a faker move. A baker's gonna know to use the microplane to get just that essence of lemon.
I would always use a box grater. Old people use old tools.
Smells like coffee, doesn't it? As I'm making my lemon curd, I'm gonna go after that espresso powder. I think it'll give that extra coffee pop, put that lemon zest in the bowl.
Troy worries me. If he makes that too thick, it's not gonna bake in time.
The vessel that you used was pretty deep.
That's not giving him a lot of time to have that filling congeal.
This dish brings back memories of a first date I had with my wife where we ate lemon pie in a coffee shop. We had that first kiss that night. I want people to experience that in this dish.
Oh, it looks so pretty,
Doesn't have to be too pretty to be good.
right? The style of food that I do, I call it home style because my kids are used to comfort foods. Sugar! I am going to make the lemon espresso. It's a lemon bar with espresso powder, and then I'm gonna make an espresso cream drizzle. Smells like coffee. The first thing I'm going to make is the shortbread crust. I choose the espresso powder because I'm hoping that it will be easier to infuse the crust with coffee flavor. So I just mix it up like crazy and cross my fingers.
Larissa just added the espresso powder.
As she's processing it, it's gonna break down. It's not gonna affect the wet or dry balance. It's just gonna add pure flavor. That's the baker move.
I've made lemon bars in the past from a box for my kids, but I've never made one with coffee. But I'm feeling pretty confident that I can pull this off. It's very important for me to make my kids proud. Better not toss it, just in case. So the next thing I need to do is work on the dreaded curd. I'm starting with the lemons. I'm gonna juice them and add the eggs and the sugar and mix those up.
Larissa is making lemon tartlets.
She's baking them in the muffin tins.
Really smart. She's gonna spoon the custard in. She knows it's gonna bake quickly. She's a baker.
Okay, next. Ooh. Ooh. Oh Oh no, I forgot flour. Without the flour, my curd is not gonna set up properly. Well, there goes that one. This is gonna be terrible.
I should just say goodbye to you now.
Don't hate.
Oh, yeah, there we go, baby.
Are you a baker or a faker?
I
A.
Yeah.
Get start again.
Yep. I forgot to put flour in my lemon curd, and the flour is going to be important to help the curd set correctly. I have to start over from scratch. Thankfully, I didn't throw my crust away, so I can fix it. It's important for me that all of my children understand no matter what life throws at you, you can make it through. I'm gonna throw the flour in there, I'm gonna recut the crust, and save the day.
Larissa is remaking her filling. She's a baker. Bakers don't forget flour.
Oh,
Okay?
please. She's going back into the already hot pan, which actually is pretty smart. She knows if the pan's hot and she's putting the dough in,
Wait a
she's gonna
second.
cook faster.
Are you trying to say that she did that purposely?
No, but I'm saying that she's using it to her advantage. Baker.
Don't touch that oven.
How you doing, Troy?
Oh, I'm doing just awesome.
Yeah?
I'm feeling phenomenal right now. My lemon bar's in the oven. I'm gonna start making my caramel drizzle. Come on, sugar. I've made plenty of caramel sauces. I think that coffee syrup, which is kind of sweet, would go well in a caramel sauce. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that espresso powder in there. Trying to get my coffee right. Really kick up that coffee flavor.
Troy is using the coffee syrup.
On top of the lemon bar.
I think that that would absolutely work as long as it's not too heavy. That's a baker.
I'm with you.
Try not to burn the caramel.
If I can just get the crust to set.
Yeah.
My bars are in the oven, so I gotta make my meringue. Oh, yes. So I get my sugar syrup into the bowl while the mixer's running. Then I top it off with just a little bit of that espresso syrup to give that just a little coffee flavor. And I love meringue. Oh, yeah. My meringue's perfect. Excellent.
Terry's my baker because he's so efficient. He has the most creative recipe. He's smooth like lemon meringue.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. We got a lot of things going on here.
Got a lot of things going on here.
I take a look at my shortbread cookies. They need more time to bake. Now I need to start on my lemon curd. I'm peeling the lemons to get the zest off so that I can blend it with lemon juice and make my lemon curd.
Anna does not know how to deal with the lemon.
What do you mean? She's peeling it like you would make a supreme of a citrus.
It's going in the food processor.
She knows what she's doing. A faker would not be confident taking something that powerful and using it. Anna is definitely a baker.
Okay, but there's an awful lot of zest.
We'll have to see.
All right, let's heat this up. To make lemon curd, you have to constantly stir until it reaches 170 degrees Fahrenheit. It's thickening, and I wait until it's perfectly thickened, and then I throw it in the flash freezer so it's cooled.
Oh, boy. So I've got my lemon curd in the oven finally. Now I need to start working on the espresso drizzle. I start softening up some butter, cream cheese, powdered sugar, adding a little espresso powder for good measure. Why not? It is a competition with coffee. This topping will help sandwich the lemon between the two espressos. Cross your fingers.
Larissa's tapping the center of that. She just knows by touch when they're done.
So the curd comes out, it looks better. Oh, how's that crust?
5 minutes left.
Man, that clock flies. I feel like I just put something in the oven. It's time to take a peek at this lemon bar. This thing didn't set. I don't have enough time to let it stay in the oven. I got a hot mess on my hands.
The mom in me wants to help you, but
I don't need any help. So I decided I'm gonna turn this stuff into a parfait, and I still think the flavors are there to carry it. Okay, I need to win today. I got a 16-year-old son about to go to college. Last time I checked, college ain't cheap.
Look at Troy go. His lemon bars didn't set up. He changed gears, put it into fourth. That's what bakers do.
That's right. He's making something out of lemons.
Lemonade.
No, you know I love a recovery. However, he's in panic mode. He's not confident. Faker, faker, faker.
Not quite how I imagined it, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
2 minutes left. Zach, who are your two bakers?
Larissa's definitely a baker. Her tarts actually look great. They bake down to a perfect shape. My other baker is Anna. The way she's layering this, her shortbread looks beautiful. She thought outside of the standard bar. That's a baker thinking.
Nancy?
I'm going with the boys.
Ooh.
I'm going with Troy because the caramel sauce is such a smart move. It's going to bring out the flavor of the coffee. And definitely Terry, because he's balancing the nuttiness of the coffee and the bitterness of the lemon, and presentation-wise, it's beautiful.
We're not judging on prettiness. I mean,
Well, yes, we are, because first you feast with your eyes, darling, and then your palate.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the lemons!
The thing that I'm the most concerned about is that I didn't have an opportunity to par bake that crust, so the crust is gonna be chewier.
Oh, dear God. I'm hoping that the judges will take into account that I took a hot mess and turned it into a very flavorful dish.
Bakers and fakers, I gave you 45 minutes to make great lemon bars using coffee. Now it's time to face the judges. Whoever made the judges' least favorite lemon bar is going home. Terry, what did you make for us?
Today I made for you a lemon espresso bar with a torched meringue. I used the espresso powder in the crust, and then I used the espresso syrup in the meringue.
your lemon custard is texturally perfect. It's not too firm, it's not too soft. It has just the right amount of acid to it. I love the play on the lemon meringue pie. I would say because your crust wasn't baked enough, you didn't activate the coffee flavor. Had you par-baked it, the oils from the coffee would have heated up and it would have been perfectly balanced then, but I'm still searching for the coffee here.
I tasted the coffee in the crust. And yes, perhaps the crust was not as crisp as some would like, but
It's raw.
it's not raw.
It's raw.
It was cooked through. It was just not cooked to the point where you get that break. And the meringue was well done, and I thought the presentation was outstanding.
Thank you.
Anna.
I made lemon espresso shortbread stacks. I used the instant espresso powder in my mascarpone cream filling.
You nailed this execution. The balance of your whipped mascarpone.
Mascarpone.
Anyways, the whipped mascarpone is a beautiful break from the acidity of the lemon, perfectly whipped too. The only thing that I'm missing from this is the coffee. Where's the coffee?
I totally disagree with you, Zach, about the coffee, because it's definitely there. I did not care for the lemon curd. The lemon was overbearing. There was a bitterness which did not allow for the coffee flavor to really come out. But overall, a very pleasant experience.
Thank you.
Troy.
We got a lemon espresso parfait. There's espresso that's actually in the lemon mix, and there's coffee syrup and espresso that went into the caramel.
Troy, I know that the bar didn't work out for you. Turning this into a parfait, genius move. When life gives you lemon, make lemonade. However, there are some technical problems here. I think your custard, it was underbaked. It's nicely hidden, though, in the layering in the parfait. And that caramel sauce with the pop of the espresso was silky, it was smooth, impressive.
Thank you.
The caramel sauce, I didn't get enough of. I think it helped making all those components come together, but it didn't stand out. My biggest criticism would be that the texture of the crust was gritty because there was too much moisture. It didn't cook out.
Thank you.
Larissa.
I prepared the lemon espresso. I used the espresso powder in the crust and also in the drizzle on top of the bar.
Larissa, I was really worried about you when you had to remake the custard, but you got the custard perfect. It is smooth and creamy, really spot on. The crust had great flavor. The espresso came through. It was a little bit cakey. I wanted it to be crispy and crunchy, and instead I think it was underbaked and a little soggy.
I loved the coffee sauce. It was not overly aggressive. It's lovely, but I want a lot more filling because it is so delicious. It was smooth, it was elegant, but just not enough of it.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Now it's time for the judges to deliberate.
The judges said the crust is too gummy, but I hope the curd was good enough to make it through to the next round.
Bakers and fakers, I gave you 45 minutes to make lemon bars using coffee. You've already faced the judges. Now it's time to find out who won the round, who's going home, and who that person really is. So, Zach, who was the winner of this round?
The winner of this round is Terry.
Good round.
When they said my name, it was a combination of relief and then panic, because I know I have to do it all over again.
Terry, despite delivering a slightly undercooked crust, you delivered a complex, multifaceted dessert that went way beyond the bar.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.
You're safe. Nancy, who made the second best lemon bar?
The second best lemon bar was made by Anna.
Thank you.
Good job, Anna. You're safe. Zach, tell us who's moving on to round 2.
The person moving on to round 2 is Larissa.
Thank you.
Good job, Larissa. You're safe. Troy, unfortunately, that means you've been eliminated. Before you go, please tell us, are you a baker or are you a faker?
I am a professional faker.
Both of you were wrong.
He got me.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a network engineer.
So you're an IT guy.
Yes, I am. I'm a network engineer for a yarn manufacturer in North Carolina. I handle servers and communications. Lose it, shuts the network down. My job has absolutely nothing to do with baking, other than I love to share my baking skills with the people I work with, my friends and family. It would have been nice to win that 15 grand for my son, help pay for college, but there are other opportunities out there. I'm still a damn good baker. Thank you. I had a blast.
Thanks, Troy. Bakers and Faker, welcome back. In this round, bake whatever you want, as long as you include pretzels.
Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
I can do that, I think.
All right.
We have mini twist, Bavarian soft pretzels, filled nuggets, honey wheat, and sesame pretzels.
I think the most challenging part of baking with a pretzel is to make sure it tastes pretzel-y, because sometimes when you have an ingredient like that, it tastes great on its own, but then you put it in something else and you've totally lost the flavor completely.
Whoever bakes the best dish incorporating at least one of these pretzels inside takes home the dough.
Beautiful.
Get baking!
Like a bunch of scrambled eggs running around.
Pretzels!
The interesting thing about pretzels is they're all kind of the same. You know, you're gonna get that saltiness, but I think the baker is gonna maybe use different types of pretzels to get different textures in the dish.
What would a faker do?
The faker's going to do chocolate because that's something easy for them. They've probably made chocolate dipped pretzels before.
I think a faker is just gonna crumble some pretzels on top and say, and I'm done.
I think the baker would use cardamom or cinnamon. Those flavors go so well with that pretzel saltiness.
No, I don't know. I mean, I think anyone can play with spices. I'm looking for a transcendental pretzel experience. I want to experience pretzels like I've never experienced them before. Pretzel to the max.
How's it going, Minnesota?
Oh, yeah.
In the second round, I know I'm gonna make a cupcake because that is my specialty. I'm going to incorporate the pretzels in 2 different ways. I'm making a vanilla cupcake with a pretzel cookie crust and a chocolate hazelnut pretzel buttercream. Looking good. The first thing I have to do is make my pretzel cookie crust, grind up my pretzels, and mix that all together. Look at this. I throw it in the oven so that it can bake a little bit while I prepare my vanilla cupcake batter.
Anna is baking that pretzel crust first so it gets nice and crispy. Then she's gonna add her batter. What a pro.
Oh my God, I'm such a mess. Now I have to add my batter, then put it back in the oven and let the cupcakes bake. My biggest worry is that the cupcakes won't have enough time to bake. I hope that they don't come out raw. All right, bake, 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 bake. Larissa, what are you making over there?
Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll.
Yeah. I am the master of cinnamon rolls. There's a tradition in my family. We make them every Sunday. I could do a pecan and pretzel topping, and it'll really make that cinnamon roll pop. Where is... The first thing I need to make is my yeast-raised cinnamon roll dough. Okay, I start by making a proof, which is milk, yeast, and a little bit of sugar. It's gonna be harder, maybe take a little bit longer, but I'm feeling confident that I can pull this off.
You did a yeast dough? It's so technically challenging, right? Because with the yeast dough, you need time for the yeast to do its thing, to let the dough rise. That's a real pro move.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no room for error on this one because it takes cinnamon rolls 30 minutes to bake. I've got to get this right. The next thing I do is roll out the dough and add the filling. I'm just gonna roll it up quick and loose enough so that that center part of the dough can get cooked completely. So this is the time when I get serious.
Take a look at Larissa. I'm a little bit worried. You have to roll that dough tight or else you're going to get an air bubble and then there's going to be a hole in your dough.
To a real baker, it's a natural habit to roll that nice and tight. Nobody wants to miss the middle of that. That's the best part.
Exactly.
Well, look pretty for me. Going in.
And this, and this. With the second round, I'm making a pecan pretzel pie with a pretzel crust. Power helps. I'm thinking I can pull this off because I know the crust I want to make, and time isn't going to be the enemy like it was with the lemon bars. Are we all baking a crust? I've never baked with pretzels before, but I think if I can incorporate them in my crust and in my filling, I can pull it off.
You beating someone up over there?
A pretzel within an inch of its life. With the crust, I'm going to take the twist pretzels and I'm going to press them in the crust.
Terry!
Hello.
Pretzel pressed crust.
Yeah, so I take my pie crust, and then I press them right into the crust so you get that nice salty element with the pie.
All right.
Guys, who's doing two kinds of pretzels? Anyone else?
No, we don't need to.
Oh, see, now that was me. My crusts are looking great, so then I get on the filling. A little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, brown sugar, and a little bit of bourbon. Get that blended up so it's thick. Then I add my honey wheat pretzels and my pecans. Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing, Terry, using two types of pretzels, that shows that he is a baker. He's using the twists in the crust, and he's using the wheat, which is gonna add flavor to that pecan pie filling. Terry has now rolled over to the baker side.
I love it.
Life is just getting good right now.
Getting good?
Oh, my God, who's your pie daddy? I am. Okay.
Why are we getting pineapple from Terry?
I see the pineapple, and I'm thinking I can work with that. This is how I'm going to really impress the judges.
Terry's making me really nervous.
What does pineapple have to do with pecan pie?
Yeah, that's what I'm not getting.
If you haven't tried it, don't knock it. I know I'm making pies, but I'm also making a friggin' mess. The pie's in the oven, so I grab the pineapple.
I just can't imagine where that pineapple is going.
With pineapple, nothing's better than bourbon. Just add that just enough of a touch to make it seem special.
Terry's putting bourbon in something, yes, my kind of boy.
Hey, Terry, are you using whiskey?
I'm using bourbon, and there's a difference. And if you don't know the difference, we got an issue. Oh, yeah, there we go, baby. That's what I want.
Whoa!
Terry's making me really nervous. Terry's probably one of the most talented home bakers I've ever seen.
I think he's a pastry chef.
So what do we got here?
Not too close.
No.
You'll burn those nose hairs right out. There's other ways of taking care of that.
Terry's giving a really good show.
I got this.
All right, guys.
Buddy, while you were gone, I switched. He is the best faker we've ever seen.
I can hear you over here.
And you are the baker, baby.
After tasting this pineapple, Zach, you're wrong. He's the baker.
No.
Yes.
Okay, it's coming, that's coming. While the cinnamon rolls are in the oven, I make the cream cheese frosting. I combine cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, a little bit of lemon to add the creamy, little bit of tart, little bit of sweet to the cinnamon rolls. Okay, topping. Next, I'm making the pretzel and pecan topping.
I'm not seeing a whole lot of pretzel in Larissa's kitchen. She should have put them in the dough, or in the sticky goo, or in the bottom of the pan, or in the cream cheese frosting. I mean, she should have done something with it. It looks like she's just gonna dump them on top.
That's definitely a faker move.
I'll forgive her. I still think she's a baker.
So we've got topping, we've got frosting. The only thing I'm struggling with at this point is if those cinnamon rolls are gonna have enough time to bake. Frosting, topping, just waiting on you, baby, just waiting on you. I'm concerned because I've gotta get these rolls out of the oven with enough time to let them cool for like a minute or two. Come on, cinnamon rolls. I wanna make Hannah proud. I wanna be the proud mom, and I'm so close. I can taste it.
I'm peeking. Nope, ready yet? My cupcakes are still really light in color, so I know they are not done. Come on, bake, 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 bake. So I'm gonna make my buttercream while the cupcakes bake in the oven. All right, just waiting on the cupcakes. The secret ingredient in this round may be pretzels, but my secret ingredient is my Italian heritage. My dad loves pretzels, and my mom absolutely loves chocolate hazelnut spread. So I combine the two, and I think it's gonna be a great flavor combination.
Combining the pretzels with the chocolate hazelnut spread. I mean, sweet, salty, chocolatey, nutty. Can we ask for anything more?
Because this dish is a tribute to my parents. Winning this competition would mean so much, and I would be able to take my parents on an amazing trip to Italy. Oh, right. There are only 5 minutes left, and I'm just taking my cupcakes out of the oven. You better be done.
Oh, no, no. Anna's just taking out her cupcakes from the oven with 5 minutes left.
You don't listen.
So if she's the baker, I think she is, she's taking them out and putting them right into the freezer.
Cool down! I don't have enough time, but I don't want to serve the judges a hot cupcake, so I throw them in the flash freezer to cool them down a little bit, just to prevent the buttercream from melting all over them. I think we're all gonna need a little bourbon after this, right?
2 minutes left. Zach, who are you two bakers?
The ladies, Larissa and Anna. Larissa made yeast dough. Come on, what faker would try to fake with sticky buns? And Anna's execution was fairly flawless. I mean, that crust that she did looked so perfectly baked and crispy. That's the sign of a truly talented baker.
The way she's piping that frosting says faker to me.
Mr. Showmanship over here, he is a faker. It's all smoke and mirrors, buddy.
That man is all baker.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's a professional baker.
It's all about the bourbon, which cuts the sweetness of the pecan pie. Just,
Who's the other baker?
Larissa, she's done that before.
I'm telling you, Larissa's the home baker who bakes for her kids.
That cream cheese icing, that
right there.
consistency is perfect. Oh.
10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the pretzels.
When they taste my pecan pie with the pineapple, I'm hoping that they see that there's a different way to do pecan pie, and it's something that they hadn't expected.
Did I play it too safe with the pretzels? I don't know.
Are you a baker or are you a faker?
I am
A.
Bakers and fakers, you had 45 minutes to make whatever you like using pretzels, but now it's time to face the judges. Larissa,
yes.
what did you make for us?
I made a pecan pretzel cinnamon roll. The pretzels are in the crumb topping.
This is a divine sticky bun. It is that ooey, gooey, slightly underbaked center. The thing I'm missing is the pretzels.
Yeah.
Had you integrated it into that filling and given me the salty pretzel-y bite, I mean, I would be on the floor.
I'm going to tell you how it really is.
Okay.
I am impressed with your dough. I thought that the taste was delicious. Unfortunately, you didn't roll it tight enough, and when you don't roll it tight enough, it leaves a bubble, and there's nothing there.
I got all the goo. Hey, I'm happy.
Terry, what'd you prepare for us?
I made a bourbon pretzel pie with a bourbon sauteed pineapple compote with a bourbon whipped cream.
Your pecan pretzel pie is a revelation. Who would have thought that putting the pretzels into that goo would be successful? They did get soggy, but they had a really cool texture, almost like a semi-candied nut, which was really nice with the crunch of the pecans. Your pie dough, I do wish that you had taken those pretzels and instead of pressing them in, blended it in with the entire crust, because I don't get it as I'm eating it. I want that in every bite.
But you accomplished a great feat by getting this crust as well cooked in 45 minutes as you did. It's great. The pineapple, it's right on the edge of being too caramelized, but it's not too caramelized. Very tasty. But by putting the pretzels in the pie filling, they absorbed the liquid and left my palate with a dryness.
Anna, what did you prepare for us?
A chocolate hazelnut pretzel cupcake. I used the mini twist pretzels in the pretzel cookie crust for the cupcake, and I put it in the buttercream.
I really wanted a full expression of pretzel. And you delivered pretzel. From that crust, that buttery, crunchy, salty crust on the bottom to the pretzel in the buttercream on top. I mean, it was pretzel everywhere. For getting so much flavor out of the pretzel components, you kind of let the cake layer just be there. It's just kind of boring old white cake.
Let me tell you about the boring white cake. The fact that you didn't have any pretzel in that cake made it even finer because it didn't take anything away from it. The hazelnut frosting, I would have liked to have had not so sweet. I didn't love your presentation, but I did love your cupcake.
Thank you.
You all did an amazing job, but now comes the hard part, so give us a second.
I knew it was a risk to only put the pretzels on top, but it was a risk that I shouldn't have taken.
I know my flavors were good. They love the crust. I think it's a winner.
Thank you. In this envelope is the name of the winner. But before I tell you who won, I need you to reveal who you are. Let's start with Terry. Tell us, are you a baker or are you a faker?
I am a...
Terry, are you a baker or are you a faker?
I am a baker.
No! I told you!
They both flip-flopped. I was consistent.
Terry, where are you a baker?
I own and operate John Juan Cakes and Catering in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, amazing.
I am the pastry chef and owner of John Juan Cakes and Catering. Welcome to Minnesota. We specialize in wedding cakes and specialty desserts. Jen, can you get the oven to 375? I need to get these cookies in there. It's about meeting with the client, figuring out what their dream pastries are, and then making that happen from their perspective. I think what gave me the passion to bake is the idea of being able to share it. I remember from a young age making a cookie for my dad and having him be so appreciative. It was something that I could show that I cared. It just kind of clicks in your head that baking is love.
All right. So we got one baker and one faker left. Anna, tell us, are you a baker or are you a faker?
I am a baker.
Yes!
Get out of here!
Yes! I said it the whole time.
I am flabbergasted.
Unreal.
So, Anna, what do you do for a living?
I'm a registered nurse at a hospital in New York City.
She's a nurse.
Can you check my pulse? Because I think I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Sure, no problem. I provide nursing care to patients who have just had orthopedic surgery. Hi, Jamie. How are you feeling? I love my job. Does your IV feel okay? Is it hurting you? I absolutely love spending time with the patients and getting to see them from when they come out of surgery to when they can get up, go, and walk again. I think there is a strong correlation between nursing and baking. I hope you like that. It does require being precise and putting love into what you do.
Well, Larissa, I guess we know what you are. But for the record, are you a baker or a faker?
I am a baker.
Oh!
And I had that right.
Where are you a baker?
I own Hannah's Bakery, which is in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, how great.
I'm the owner of Hannah's Bakery in Texas. We specialize in home-style items, so we do cakes and custom things like that. It was my daughter's dream to open up a bakery. One day you're gonna have to do all this, Hannah B. Of course, we're most famous for our cinnamon rolls, and our motto is love first, bake second. There we go. I love to bake, don't get me wrong. But what I really enjoy is that moment when someone tastes our stuff for the first time. It's really amazing. It's like this little spark.
So now we know who you guys are. It's time for me to reveal the winner. Larissa and Terry, if you win, you're taking home 10 grand. Anna, if you pulled it off, you're taking home $15,000. Here we go. The winner is... Anna!
Oh my God. I was not expecting that. What? Are you sure? I won, and I can't believe it.
That cupcake was so honest, so pure, and so perfect. And that is the one that I wanted to keep eating.
Anna, not only did you make a perfectly delicious cupcake, but you paid homage to the pretzel in a new and very unique way.
It feels really good to beat out two professional bakers. Bakers prevail. I'm off to Italy. Ciao. Oh my God, it's like a dream come true. Am I dreaming?
Congratulations.